Hit that
Talk
record
the
button
morning
with
to your
your
laddies.
nose.
Please kill me.
Oh my god. I mean, I was about to say I don't have an intro, but I just heard two voices and I...
Oh my god. Hi.
Alright, hello, dear viewer, or viewers. I want to go, I don't care. Welcome to the council with myself. I'm having a hard time right now. I am Blobby Gobster, as many of you probably already know, but just in case, I was, yes, Blobby Gobster. I'm here with Bellic.
Yo.
Mom Amers.
Hi.
And, hold on, let me get the full name out here. It is, give me a second, hold on, this is a bit. Michael Roberts, parentheses, 1901 to 1986, ending parentheses.
Holy crap, did I leave that in the profile? Damn it.
So yeah, welcome to the second episode of season 3 with two new voices as well. Yeah, I feel like I'm presenting a project to the class right now. How's everybody been?
I've been great. Couldn't be better, aside from pollen season still being a bit of a problem. Uh-oh.
Did we...
Oh no, I didn't know it was okay. Just
Sorry, my
baking.
connection cut out.
Oh no.
No, we were just quiet.
Just baking at work as usual. They finally made masks mandatory to wear by everyone in my county, so that's cool.
Good choice.
Finally, 4 months later. So yeah, that's about it for me.
What about you, Michael? How are things going?
A few personal issues. Fought an old lady over a can of soup. Nothing major.
So that's how it goes in the UK, huh?
Yeah, things must be tough in London or wherever.
Only
Hold
the
on.
lovely city of Winchester.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's not just generalize England into London.
I can't wait till Valhalla comes out so I can burn this city to the ground.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh shit, please say the CIA can't listen in on this.
See, I can't do anything to you, unless...
See,
What would it be, MI6, MI5?
I don't know. People in black suits that like kidnapping people.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
The
idea.
government kind.
Yeah, okay. That's
I
one
don't
we
know
generally...
what you do on your weekends, Blobby.
Neither do I.
He works at a liquor store. He works at a liquor store. He's drinking all the liquor and he can't remember what he does on the weekends anymore because of it.
I just started yesterday. I don't know where this narrative's coming.
Oh, well, that's an important detail you should have brought up.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Another important detail is not saying what you just said.
Touche.
You think that you started working there yesterday, Blobs, but quite frankly, I'm pretty sure you worked there a few months ago. You just blacked out.
Oh, that explains the pain.
After going to a coma for 4 months from a nice hard night of heavy drinking, he's realized the world is still shit. Wait, can I say that?
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Whatever. So, on Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, there was a special event that we stated would happen last podcast. And that was Ubisoft Forward. And, of course, Ubisoft Forward includes everything that Ubisoft's doing. And, of course, we also only care about one of those, at least for this. And that would be Valhalla. Now, Bellic here is the most responsible out of the two of us because I just roped in Michael and Emmers like in the last hour. So
I just wanted to sleep, goddammit. They're holding me at gunpoint. Please send help.
So he's the most responsible and has watched it. I read up a little bit on it just because I knew we had to talk about it at some point.
I've got the video pulled up on my laptop, and I'm using my phone for Discord because for some reason Discord doesn't want to operate when I log off the app.
So, we're gonna just talk about thoughts and first reactions if there's anything that comes up. I don't know if Emers or Micah, you looked into anything on this on your own time, even though you didn't know that you were going to be here today.
When you text me after 6:17 in the evening, it's now 7:22 my time. I went and watched a few recap videos on YouTube, so I kind of know the basics of what they talked about for this glorified Ubisoft only E3 is what I'm basically calling it. So
right,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, before I forget, Blobby, last podcast you said you didn't know that you didn't know the name of the king from the Valhalla cinematic trailer, and I just found out that apparently his name is, and I'm not making this up, King Alfred.
King Alfred the Great of Wintonia.
Yep, that's the one.
King of
I
Wessex?
see his statue every time I look out my front window, so yeah.
Really?
Is this the King of Wessex?
Yep, the
Okay.
King of Wessex and a complete vain bastard. Bullshit. I'm not allowed to
Well,
say that, am I?
he fits the description perfectly well, if I do say this.
No offense to anybody named Alfred, but I was expecting a more what's the word I'm looking for?
Manly name.
A more epic name like Ivor. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm guessing that's why he put the Great after Alfred.
Yeah. That's probably
actually,
why.
As the myth goes, he burnt a bunch of cakes instead of watching his guard post, so he had to have Great
Back in April.
to essentially hide that fact from history.
Mm.
Oh,
Not
great.
that it worked, obviously.
Okay, so shall I go into what was revealed in the gameplay video?
Yes, please.
Lead on, Blobs.
That's Bellic talking. I am Blobs.
Oh, Christ.
Look,
It's 23
It's
minutes
okay.
past midnight. My puppy is held at gunpoint. I don't know who you guys are.
Full disclosure, we are not holding Michael at gunpoint. I don't even know where he was.
You did not to come that close to the microphone to say that.
I did anyway.
Michael, don't worry. I got them both confused right before the podcast started, so you're good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for your understanding. Send help.
So the first thing that came up in the official gameplay trailer is apparently there's going to be a lot of raiding for you to do in the when you make your way from Norway to England. As you establish your settlement, you can revive your own soldiers, your own Viking crew, apparently, and you're going to be burning down a lot of villages, it seems, and just go around looking for whatever you can to build up your village.
I have the video pulled up right now, a gameplay video.
So it's yeah.
So what I'm seeing when it comes to raids, you're just firing a bunch of flaming arrows into buildings.
Primarily the roofs that are made of hay.
Right.
Or straw or whatever we're
It's
calling
almost like Ubisoft want to send a message that there's no more hiding in hay bales.
Did they go into
You
detail?
all complained. We're listening. Now, shut up about the hay bales.
Did they go into detail at all about what you do in the raids?
Well, you blow a horn. There's also there's also the fact that you can that your allies will be helping you with taking on enemies. I think you'll be having coordinated attacks with them and battering down doors and stealing cargo that's too heavy for one set of arms, that kind of stuff. And apparently in the there's also the possibility of when you do I think that whenever you do a side mission, you'll be able to recruit a cat as one of your fellow pillagers.
Yes.
Cat?
Yes.
Like not he
Yes.
he won't be helping you. He'll just be keeping the ship crew company as they're on the boat.
Oh, my heart just melted. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna hold
The
on. Let me
snowy
go.
white cat.
A
Yes.
cat.
No. I'm gonna go pre-order the game now just for the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
figured-
can't.
Keep it together. It's just one cat.
Glad to know the standards that are set here.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that, Emmers.
Weren't cats considered a good luck charm to have? I think it was the goddess Freya that it symbolizes. Like Freya will be with them if they had a cat.
Oh, really? I did not know
Well, that's
that.
Norse myth. I can just imagine Ivor rocking up in a chair, James Bond villain style, with a white cat, just burning down villages. Holy shit! I would that.
Our very, very ancient Blofeld.
What?
That's Blofeld.
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 What?
Oh yes, James Bond. Yes.
I'm a big fan of James Bond. I just wanted to say.
Oh, okay, right. He's a James Bond villain. I got you now.
Yeah, he's the James Bond villain. One of the James Bond villains. That whole stereotype where the evil villain is sitting in a chair with a white cat and petting it, that came from Blofeld.
Oh, okay. I see now. I see.
Oh, I thought that was the Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Really?
I honestly have no clue. That was just a really.
I
bad
have no
joke.
clue either. I only know James Bond. I don't know Inspector Gadget. Assassin's Creed.
You what?
Okay, so now we
I'm
learn
sorry.
about.
We're just going to have to pause this podcast right here for re-education. I mean to teach you all about the wonders that is Inspector Gadget.
Okay,
Maybe another
so,
time.
So, moving on from the rating part of the video, we also have a ton of enemies to fight, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting Assassin's Creed Odyssey vibes from the way that you're fighting.
Wait, hold on. I forgot to ask a question. I know you're on another topic, but hold on a second.
Yeah. Go for it.
You said something about settlement building, correct?
Yes, settlement building. You have to collect resources from the other villages that you pillage, and apparently you will also hang on. There's also a chance for you to make allies via an alliance map. It will serve as a record for the allies you make and a guide for future opportunities. Like you can ally yourself with some people from a place called, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Gronte Bridgeshire. So I think you can ally yourself with them as well as the people from Ledekesh. Okay, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but yeah, you'll be able to make friends with your neighbors, that sort of thing. And as a guy who loved the homestead missions from Assassin's Creed 3, I'm definitely going to enjoy that.
That's good to hear.
Don't forget the drinking challenges. That looks like a hell of a load of fun.
Oh yeah, we'll come to that later.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Jump in the shark. I'm sorry.
Is Ember still here? She's being uncharacteristically quiet.
I'm here. Don't worry. I just don't know what input to say. That's
I know.
all.
Okay, understood. Okay, so back to the.
Have a good day.
So should I get back to the enemies, or is there somebody else wants to say?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right.
Ah,
I don't
crap.
know why I said that out loud.
Layla's back again.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I can't. You know what? On second thought, I'm not really surprised. I'm just.
I mean, I'm not either. I'm just.
My
Being
disappointment
packed
is
has been
immeasurable. My day is
Being
ruined.
pegged.
I'm with you on that, Blobby. I'm with you on that.
That was me that said that. Nathan. I mean, Michael. Crap.
Ugh.
Oh no!
I'm being confuzzled. Let's change the subject before we
Okay.
forget what we're talking about. So enemies. Okay. So apparently these will not be like your usual Assassin's Creed enemies. These guys will not wait their turn, and they will attack you while you're attacking another guy, and you'll be held in like a headlock type of move while the other guy is
That's
while the other guys are coming at you, hacking at you with their weapons and stuff like that.
Yes, the combat looks very weighty and quite satisfying in a grim sort of way.
Yeah, and the enemies are a bit more aggressive in this.
Will they be as
That a bunch of Vikings would be a lot more aggressive.
will they be a lot more damage spongy?
Damage spongy. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like they take a lot of damage, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
And oh yeah, they are bleeding a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much else that they cover in this video regarding the enemies.
Okay. I got a little article here that has
No, wait. They will also fling different objects at you as you're battling them. Sorry, I missed that part. They'll either
Oh my
fling
god,
rocks
flashbacks
at
to
you.
Sekiro with a monkey throwing shit at you.
And they'll either fling rocks at you, different objects, or the bodies of corpses laid around you as you battle.
Oh, that's great.
Don't you ever get so mad with one motherfucker that you hit them with another motherfucker?
Nice.
I wish I could. Okay, I do have an article here that does have a little bit more things to say. Okay, so last podcast as well, I think I brought up the question of whether or not Ivor was actually an assassin. Like if you're going to start out as an assassin, or if it's going to be like an Edward Kenway story where you become an assassin later on. Says here in the trailer's climactic battle, Ivor uses a hidden blade mounted on top of their wrist, decidedly unhidden, but that doesn't mean that they're part of the assassin organization. Ismail said that Ivor does meet and work with assassins early in the game, but clarified that Ivor doesn't know much about them. He mentions that Ivor shares common ground with the assassins, probably meaning that Ivor's toppling of Saxon rulers also rids the assassins of a few Templars. As for why Ivor mounts their hidden blade on top of the wrist, Ivor puts the hidden blade on the hidden blade and believes this is such a kick-ass weapon. Why would I want to hide it from my enemies? Like you said, Bella.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's actually a much more interesting way of explaining it than I did last episode.
So, sorry.
Okay, well, one thing I wanted to admit, I haven't played many of the games, so...
Yeah, Marissa, what the fuck?
I'm sorry. Okay, I've been a student ever since I joined this whole community.
But you're a leader.
So...
You're supposed to waste your time on this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you. Okay, so this is actually...
It's not time wasted if you enjoy it.
Debatable.
You're not supposed to waste your time on...
Okay, so... there's been a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, especially over the past few years. So I'm like, I kind of want to see what it's like, and then I see stuff such as the unicorn. That I'm like, no, this isn't serious. This isn't what I thought. Like from the older games I've seen, my first game was actually watching Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and then my first game I actually sat down and played was Assassin's Creed 3. But once I actually saw like the trailer for this, like the teasers before the forward, I'm like, okay, this is a game I should get down on because they're appealing to an audience that is not just Assassin's Creed fans, where you need to play every single game since one to understand the storyline, which is one of the reasons why it's hard for me to actually play the games. I don't have my PlayStation 3 anymore. So I can see this being very appealing. I'm also keep thinking of For Honor, another Ubisoft game, where they had the Vikings, and I kind of think that's where they got their inspiration for this game, especially in one of the lines. They say, "We thought that the Vikings were barbaric until you realized they were just farmers trying to expand." So, yeah, that's some of my big thoughts about the game from a not hardcore, dead on, I will fight for Ezio until the day I die type person.
Oh Christ, we got a fangirl over here. Get the exterminator.
No, I think she said she's not one of those.
I'm not one of those people. Like, I don't even want to play the Ezio trilogy because after being a moderator for close to 3 years now, I think, if I look at my application submission date on my profile, I've dealt with too many Ezio people to even want to consider going and playing those games, even though they're supposed to be the classics.
Yeah, Ezio's a good assassin. He's just way too overrated. So I understand.
But yes, going back on what you said just a moment ago, about historical accuracy in the Assassin's Creed series. I remember back in Assassin's Creed 1, the promo trailers had Altair wielding a crossbow, which wasn't around in those times. So they removed it for historical accuracy. Cut forward a decade and we've got unicorns, Pegasi, Medusa, and Gorgons and whatnot. Okay, sure, they justify it with hacks in the Animus or glitches, but you still have a unicorn farting rainbows, jumping off mountains and surviving just by doing a little tuck and roll.
Really?
It would be nice to have a little bit of return to form with its realism. Even if that means if I jump off a building, Ivor breaks his neck, and I have to restart from the beginning of the game, I don't mind. I'd be happy with that. Okay, yeah, I got a bit carried away there. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm also just really excited for the open world concept, because playing games such as like Fallout or Skyrim, I just like my dad, I don't do the storyline that much because I just like exploring the little tiny details and like learning the lore, such as in Fallout, going to the vaults, you get to learn the story, going through the computers and so forth. I'm probably getting a little bit ahead in the trailer, but being able to go and travel around England and seeing the relics and so forth, such as Stonehenge, that's also something I'm super excited about. Why I'm actually going to pre-order this game, which is something I haven't really done with many games before. I mostly wait for it to be pre-owned at GameStop before I pick it up. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for that too, and I'm sure we're not the only ones.
You can apparently build unique mercenary Viking raiders to fight alongside your clan, and you'll be able to share these marauders with your friends for them to use in their own raids.
Is that for real?
An interesting concept.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know if I'm just reading off of what's on this article right here.
Okay, wow, because there is so much that I'm hearing for the first time right now. I'm supposed to be the well-informed one out of the four of us.
You can even earn some loot when your friends use your custom Vikings in their games.
How about that?
This one, the tagline for, excuse me, not the tagline, the title line for this next section of information says, "Will there be smooching?"
Plenty of smooching.
And then the answer is love in the time of Vikings can apparently happen. Eurogamer's piece states that romance options are available and take place in the Viking settlement you manage.
I hate love.
All right.
Well, bag, okay.
Oh.
In a second, guys, I'm gonna be getting my food. So if I just seem dark for a moment, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Here isn't something interesting.
Yeah.
There will be the Legend of Beowulf DLC mission for Valhalla.
I heard of that, and I am cautious, but definitely excited to play that mission.
So we're gonna
I couldn't
see.
agree more.
We're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah, I've been watching the Beowulf movie to get hyped for Valhalla for the past few weeks.
The movie's so.
It's just on repeat in a dark room.
The movie is just so weird.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, but still very underrated.
Yeah, true. Last thing here that's new information. It starts with a question that says, "What's up with the bear? Did we get a pet bear?" Do you guys know the promotional art where it's Ivor and the the polar bear?
Oh wait,
Yes,
yeah, I think
I had to disable so many posts that was just that goddamn polar bear.
It just says here we don't know for sure yet, and just states that there's a picture that exists. We are definitely in favor of spending time with a badass bear. All right.
Also, we're sorry that we do have to disable those posts. It's just too much for the feed, guys.
We'll get into that later. We don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to get off topic right now.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
let's get into the next point I was about to bring up before you guys started talking, and that is the combat. So right off the bat, we see Ivor picking up a guy and pushing him through 2 wooden doors. Apparently, you can do that now.
Oh yeah.
And the combat, I'm definitely impressed with the combat in this game, and there's even dismembering of limbs on your enemies. Like you can take off their arms, decapitate them, and so on and so forth. And you also have throwing axes. Apparently, I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. You guys want to give your thoughts on this before I go any further?
Yes, personally, the combat looks incredibly satisfying to play. Being able to pick up axes and other discarded weapons as you go and just lob them at your enemies just looks like so much fun.
I agree.
And
I totally agree.
to stomp their head in once they're stunned, grim, but looks awesome. I hope there's a photo mode for me to capture that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to have interrupted. Please carry on.
It's all good. I was asking you for your opinions. Blobby, you got anything to add on this?
Have a good day.
No. Combat looks good.
Combat was good. Okay.
Still damage spongy, but it looks okay. It looked good.
Personally, I'm not normally a fan of floating numbers or health bars in video games that are supposed to be historically accurate. It's a bit arcadey. But it does look pretty awesome. Like, not as noticeable as it was in Odyssey. Just like, headshot a person through a wall with a magic arrow. 10,000 damage. What is this? In Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, so moving on with the combat. And this, and one of the new additions to the mechanics is that you can dual wield 2 different weapons, and they can be just whatever you want. You can dual wield a sword and an axe, 2 axes, or just 2 shields even if you wanted. And yeah.
Dual wielding.
Woo!
I hate the awkward silences where I end a topic and I wait for somebody to talk and it's just pure awkward silence from all of y'all.
I'm sorry.
In the sound of silence.
Like, I think probably one of my favorite combos I might use is the harpoon rope and the shield. Says
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I've always enjoyed more distance-based fighting. But come on, decapitating someone's head off with a shield does also sound very, very cool. So that's probably gonna be like the first combo I'm gonna try out once I do get the game finally.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first things I'm gonna do too. Okay, yeah,
Unfortunately, I would have to say I'm complete opposite to you, Emma's. I much prefer up close and personal fighting. Just seems a lot more satisfying.
Oh.
Also, I don't have the patience for bow and arrows. I just like chopping people's heads off. In a game, that is.
Yeah, I'm sure there are those of us that can relate to that. And moving right along from the dismembering and the dual wielding, we have the return of social stealth. Me and Blobby covered this in the last episode, but it's not really that much. It's not really that dwelled upon in the video. It's just Ivor putting on a cloak and a hood and just blending in with the crowd like you would in previous Assassin's Creed games. But it's okay. It's nice to see it return after a while. I will say that.
Yeah, from what I saw in the various videos that I've been looking up on, it seems very janky at the moment. Like, there are settlements that will obviously distrust you because you're a big burly man that looks like a Viking, but with a cloak on. But
Right.
walking through the gates, almost all the guards immediately look at you and you see they're turning yellow, like, oh my god, who's this guy? If it took a few more seconds, like you could sneak around people with the cloak, it would be more satisfying. Maybe talk to a few people, like a vendor. They'll just, as it's a distrusted settlement, maybe they'll charge extra. And if you accidentally take your cloak off, maybe they just immediately go, holy shit, it's a Viking, kill him!
Yeah, I see what you mean there. I see what you mean. Okay, so no one else has anything to add.
I know.
All right, and so moving on from that, we have exploration. I think we brought this up earlier. Somebody brought this up earlier, and apparently there's a lot to do, from fishing to hunting to fighting unusually giant wolves and exploring different caves and solving glyphs. I think that's something that you might enjoy, Blobby.
What?
Yeah, I think.
Did you just say the magic word?
Yes, I said glyphs.
Vietnam-style flashbacks just by the word saying glyph.
Oh, no, not Vietnam flashbacks. Not for me.
Happy flashbacks.
Nostalgia flashback.
It's like you can see symbols on different ruins and temples and Stonehenge. I think Emmer's brought this up earlier. That you can. It's like fun activities, challenges, and puzzles to solve as you experience the game and such. I'm not sure.
Along with the glyphs, it seems that how do I phrase this? Would be the quest layout of Odyssey, where it's just go here, speak to a person, kill this guy, return and get your reward, has been replaced with more freeform. Like, instead of just going, hey, this guy's evil, kill him, it's more like, there's a murder mystery in this Saxon village. What will you do? Do you just want to investigate and be medieval Sherlock Holmes, or do you just want to fuck off and ride a horse? I know which one I'm doing.
another thing with the glyphs and so forth is supposed to help you like advance your character and your settlement as well, as says in the trailer. So that will also be interesting to see as we get closer to the game and experience the game for the first time, exactly what they mean by that.
In the cinematic trailer, I'm going to butcher a bunch of spiritualistic ideals here, but we see a shaman putting like blood on Ivor's face, in some shamanistic ritual. Perhaps the more you look into the glyphs or other certain side quests, your settlement will become either more spiritual or more bloodthirsty, or perhaps more advanced or more Anglo-Saxony. Well, that's what I would like to see anyway.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting to see too, in a way. And and next up we have assaults. Apparently, it's not just raids.
Don't forget
on
the pepper.
the.
Get out. Don't actually.
Sorry, please carry on.
It's all good. It's not just raiding villages in this game, and you'll also be assaulting forts with your Vikings, taking on the English army or whatever they're calling themselves. You'll be ramming the. You'll be using rams to push down the gates. You'll be. What else we got here? Setting shit on fire. Nothing new there.
From the video that I had seen, it seems that you start off on a boat, you knock down one gate, fight a bunch of people, repeat until you get to a mini boss, kill them, and then raid everything and burn it down. Seems pretty cool. Sorry, carry on.
It's all good. You will. There's not much to go on other than you'll be leading an army into a battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses, and I don't think this will be like the Spartan versus Athenian battles in Odyssey. I think this will be somewhat different in some way. I'm not sure how, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I could find in this video, and that brings me to the end of it, actually.
Okay. So I mean, it's a good amount of information, and there's also the gameplay trailer that has come out as well. So I think I'll put those into the description. So if anybody wants to check out the entire Ubisoft Forward Valhalla portion, I will definitely put that there. Yeah, I mean, I'm
sorry, I was just fixing to say 30 minutes of gameplay is way too much for me to go over at this point.
Yeah. I'm still a little bit like hesitant with this still because, don't know how exactly it'll come out, but I mean, we got more information, so that's something.
Yeah, it's even with the even though I'm excited for this game, I'm still cautious. And there are still certain things about it that I'm not quite sure about. But every time I see something I'm not too sure about, I always look up at the top of the screen where it says "Work in progress does not represent final game," and I'm just I don't know. There's a lot to look forward to, and there's a lot to be suspicious over. You know what I mean?
Ubisoft have unfortunately developed a bit of a reputation on that front, which is sad to say.
Yeah.
It seems they promise a lot, but then don't follow up on it. Hopefully, Valhalla will be a return to form for the franchise and the company as a whole.
I sure hope so.
You can't necessarily be like too upset over them wanting to be ambitious, but I mean, at the same time, making a promise is making a promise, and not fulfilling that can kind of be seen in a very bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they just get somebody like Todd Howard, maybe all the things will be brushed under the
Todd Howard has his own problems. I hate to say it, so maybe.
What's this got to do with Tom Howard?
Todd Howard. How dare you?
I present Exhibit A, Fallout 76.
It just works.
What bugs? What bugs are there? There's no bugs. Nah.
No,
There's been 76
rad
Fallouts.
roaches.
I played 76 for 1 hour, and then it's just collecting dust on my bookshelf right now.
There's been 76 Fallouts?
No. It's I don't know why they call it Fallout 76. I think it's just because of Vault 76. I don't fucking know.
I was just kidding.
I was actually playing 76 the first time this morning. Stepped straight out of the vault, and I got followed around by high-level players. Just following me.
High-level
sent one of them a message saying, hey, would you like to do a mission together? It's like, nope, no response. They were just standing there, menacingly.
I got shot in the head by a high level.
Very early on in the game, when they had that whole system where if you wanted to initiate combat with another player, you would have to start shooting them, and then they would have to shoot you back. But the thing is when that was the system, I don't know if they changed it at all. Usually the person who would shoot back at you would win because they were the one being attacked, and they would be able to choose when they would be able to start shooting you. So I'm walking out of the vault one day, and another guy just starts shooting at me while I'm going down the hill, and I just turn around. I think he was much higher than me. I want to say like 20 levels ahead of me, and he's just shooting at me. And he's taking little health away from me, of course, because I haven't initiated combat. I just turn around and I shoot him 3 times in the head, and I've already won the combat situations, and I just run.
Nice.
Well, congratulations for being able to do that. To be honest, I just got a PS4 message saying that they wanted to share resources with me, and then shot me with a fat man.
Nice. Welcome to Fallout.
A fat man?
You know how one of the atomic bombs that hit Hiroshima was I think it was called Fat Man or Little Boy, one of those two.
Boy and Little Boy.
What was the first one you said?
I'm pretty sure the first one that hit Nagasaki was either called Little Boy or Enola Gay.
Oh, Enola Gay is actually the plane that carried it.
Now I feel like a complete idiot.
No, it's fine. I can't remember, but I know that Fat Man is supposed to reference some atomic bomb. And there's a weapon in Fallout where it's a miniature nuclear bomb launched from a shoulder-mounted launcher. So you get a mini nuclear explosion when you launch that. So imagine somebody telling you, "No, we just want to trade resources," and the next thing you know, shunk.
There's nothing more terrifying than opening up your bag, going, "Yeah, I've got some adhesive, a bit of wood, and holy shit, is that?"
Suddenly, a whistle.
Wow, I learned something new every day with you guys.
I sense a tad sarcasm there. Let's get that back.
Maybe. So, is there anything community-wise we want to bring up at all?
Community-wise, I feel like there was something. I just can't put my finger on it.
Stop posting self-insert love stories about Ezio. Please. I've read so many. My young mind is scarred.
As someone who
Oh,
is
God.
newly on the leadership team, Michael, how are
I'm
your
sorry.
impressions so far of being on the team and dealing with other people?
Unlimited power! No,
All
sorry.
right.
It's quite interesting to see it the other way round. I've thankfully never been in trouble with moderators before. I mostly thought when I first joined Amino that, oh, there are a few people moderating chats. It must be quite a timid job. But as soon as you let me in, I thought, oh, good grief, how much are they actually doing behind the scenes? I completely butchered that explanation. I had the whole thing written down here.
No, it's understandable. What about you, Bellic, since you're also one of the other newbies?
I honestly have to say it's definitely a privilege to be able to be in charge of this community that I've been a part of for how long has it been? I think since about 2017. 2017, I think that's when I joined this Amino in the first place. And it's definitely given me a new perspective on Amino, both Assassin's Creed Amino and Amino in general, just seeing what curators and leaders go through to keep everything in ship shape.
Good words, good words.
Thank you.
I feel horrible for not being able to explain myself better. But Bellic said it better than most.
Yeah, you did good, Michael.
Yay.
Like, I remember when I first joined the leadership team, of course, there was, like, I was in a friend group where a lot of them were also leaders and creators at the time, and I kind of got more eased into it. But I still remember getting those texts, like, in the early evenings in our mod chat, and it's just like, hey, we need to go into this group chat because 2 people are doing 18 plus stuff. And it's Connor and Connor's sister.
Oh, God.
That was
interesting.
You might have remembered that one block. I don't know if you do.
I honestly don't remember that, and I'm glad
that
I don't.
That was like the one moment when I realized, like, this is what I volunteer for, because like we don't get paid for any of this. This is just us like wanting to help make a community for people to share their love for Assassin's Creed. If they're assassin, a Templar, a neutral, a person that just says, I don't like either of you.
Have power over others.
Pause. Stop. You can't tell that part. Yeah.
Should we tell them about the nuclear option?
No, don't tell them about that. But
it's about to be a secret.
Like, I've seen both the
Damn it,
creators...
Blobs, why did you say that?
Oh my god, I'm trying
That
to
was
have a
Malik!
heartfelt moment.
That was Malik! That was me!
But
God damn it! He's impersonating me.
Okay. Oh, you sound very similar. That's
racist.
You sound Bellic sounds like he's about to fall asleep, though.
I'm just letting everybody talk right now.
But being both a creator and a leader, kind of switching back and forth over the past few years, like, it is kind of nice getting to throw down the nukes at times, just only if it's like a person that you know has been messing with community for so long. And you have to follow the rules, though. There's a lot of times over the past few years where the community has stated their opinions about us, and some of them it hurts. But just recently, the last time, that's when we pulled ourselves together again. We got some amazing new creators, which I hope a few others are able to kind of show up on here as well over the next few weeks or months or however long the season lasts.
Right.
And
Our goal is to get above 5 episodes, like what has happened for all the other ones.
yay! That sounds like a good plan.
And we're not going above 4 people because we've already tried. We've tried in the past having 6 people, and that did not work out well at all.
I remember that episode because I was listening in onto it.
Farm remembers.
I remember listening to those episodes, and you're just like, oh my god, it was hard because there's just so much overlapping. Because it was like Cass and Atha and Hydra, Aiden, you, and like
Jesus.
Kathy,
Kathy.
Assassin Cardinal, yeah, Kathy, and all of you just like trying to talk over each other, and I'm just there like I most like probably was in my night class drawing, listening to old episodes.
And it was bleeps galore too.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's
galore.
just because I used to bleep out Syndicate. If for anybody who didn't realize, whenever Syndicate was mentioned by name, I would bleep it out. And I'm not doing that now because I'm indifferent with Syndicate now. I don't necessarily hate it anymore. But it was a fun gag to do. Because you would hear all these different swear words, and all of a sudden there would be one word bleeped, and you would never know what it is.
Damn it, Blobs, you've just ruined the joke.
Or did I? What if I edit in the bleeps this time and nobody knows?
Oh my god, you should do
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah,
Hey,
Emmers bullies me all the time.
Okay, that is kind of true. So one fun thing. Okay,
no
here
denying it. You've heard it first, folks.
I'm telling my VOD power overpowering story. So especially
You better.
when I first like. Yes, hi, Father. I have sinned. Here's my confession. So when I was first like learning about the new like moderator options and so forth, I just had like the best like shits and giggles. Just kicking Blob out of random public chats.
But it gets better.
Yes, it does, because one time. Hold
One
on.
time.
Let me pull up the exact
One time. So you guys, Bella, Michael, you both know the leadership chat that we're in right now. I hope you do.
Yes, the clusterfuck that is the leadership
Have
chat.
you ever seen the about bio for that chat?
I have.
And have you noticed who's in charge of the chat?
Emmers.
So, quite some time ago, for anybody who wants to know, I was in charge of the first... Yes?
Could I just like read our lovely description?
I will let you read it, and I'll let you read it in a second. So, just for a backstory first, I'll put this in. So, when I was head leader, we made a new leadership chat, and I was in charge of that one. And then after I stepped down, I was still in charge of the chat, but I wasn't necessarily really active on the team at the time. So, at some point, we hired Emmers as one of our leaders. And I don't remember how this started, but as the biography that Emmers is about to read states, this is what happened. Go ahead.
Okay, I had to pull it up. Let it forever be known that on this September 3rd, in the year of our Lord 2018, the second official leadership chat of the Assassin's Creed Amino had fallen victim to catastrophic and irreversible sabotage by the user known as Emmers, fourth leader. The previous organizer, Blobgob, first creator, previously head leader Blobgob 1 of AC Amino, was forcibly removed from the gathering place with no means of returning, bringing all governmental powers within the chat to a neutral halt. This governmental shutdown brought upon a petty feud of unrelated stupidity, led by Blobgob to skitter away.
No, you're reading that wrong.
What am I reading wrong?
It's feud of unrelented stupidity led Blob God to skitter away.
I'm sorry. Okay, I don't have my glasses on.
It's okay.
Led Blob God to skitter away and post anti-guideline meme content in the absence of a functioning government. This new chat was constructed shortly thereafter the destruction of the old by head leader Assassin Cardinal 1 of AC Amino, in order for the stable running of our great Amino to continue in full. This third official leadership chat shall be dedicated to the aspirations of hope and stability, a companionship that shall forever be priority throughout our great community.
So yeah, Emers kicked me out of my own chat that I owned for all the leaders, and for quite some time the leaders could not communicate, so I said, fuck it. And I decided to go on with the chaos and then kind of mess up something. I can't remember exactly what I did.
No, you just posted like the most random, like most least amount of content posts you could make. Some of them only have like 2 words in it, or just the weirdest memes, and we were just like trying to figure out what to do, as some of us were not following others while trying to rebuild the leadership chat. So now it's kind of like it's kind of a priority for when a new creator or leader joins the team. You have to make sure you're followed to the others, just in case I decided to go on a tyrant or another person does and destroy another leadership chat.
I posted.
Yes, did you hear that, Blobs? You're supposed to follow each other.
Shut up! I literally just posted I literally just posted a picture of Ezio's face messed up, and just the title says memes.
Memes.
And I just scrolled up a little bit, and then there's a poorly drawn picture of Ezio appearing out of the spaghetti bowl with him saying more Parmesan. And then a note on the bottom that said,
"That is a masterpiece."
And then at the bottom it said, "And yes, leaders, I am the author." Which is a finger flip to the leadership team.
When I saw that, I honestly thought, "Oh my god, has somebody hacked your account?"
There's
just
there's some posts that
going on is that, "Oh, actually no, it's just him being an idiot."
There are some posts that I made because they're in response to some stupid posts that I saw. I'm just like, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but I'm just gonna make satire right here for a second. Somebody, I can't remember who, and I apologize to whoever if they're listening to this, but some dude was spamming a bunch of posts about him running around and killing Templars, which happened to be deer in AC3. So I went into AC3, killed an elk, and used that picture, and I just wrote on the top on the entire picture, "Killed another Templar." And then just posted it without saying anything.
The Templars are getting desperate. They're recruiting animals.
And then there's a wiki post that I made at one point where it's called Et Zioni Audacitoni Bellucci. And it's me making fun of people who constantly come onto, or poking fun at, who come onto the Amino, and the first thing they do is make a wiki about a character that is already known or already has a wiki made of them. And especially of Ezio, because as you guys probably don't know, Ezio is a character in the Assassin's Creed franchise. I know. Shocking, right?
I never would have known.
When did that happen?
That was like...
Who is this Enzio Benelli we were talking about?
Ezione Audacity Bellucci is the most swagalicious man that you'll ever meet. He is God incarnate, the second version. And as everyone knows, the ultimate male, 17, and is Italian, especially born in the Renaissance. And his outlets are vaginas. Yeah. and he spaghettis. And he spaghettis a lot and likes to remind everyone that he is still here. Him, Ezio Auditore.
So, for those who don't know, what is spaghetti? Like, how would you define that?
Oh, it's spaghetti. It's just spaghetti. It's because of a meme.
Oh, okay.
It's when some little blonde whore touches your spaghetti.
And then you come back indoors with your mom and your dad, and then you look at the bowls of spaghetti, and then your dad just yells out, "Somebody touch my spaghetti!" And then 80 years later, somebody takes that and posts up that only on the internet, and then becomes a huge sensation for about a month's time.
Yes.
I put
Cut to the
down
Simpsons
that
episode where Goldilocks just gets caught inside with actual bears, gets ripped to shreds.
I put into the dislike section for Ezione Audacitone Bellucci. His dislike is penis.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't know that?
In the trivia section of the wiki, I put he's Italian and he has a face.
Very descriptive.
And for some reason, Jason Statham is the background of the entire post. All right, that's cool.
Oh
Why
yeah.
wouldn't you use Jason Statham as a background for everything?
I'm gonna make Jason Statham my phone lock screen now.
If you want the exact picture, you remember the challenge that people did with the water bottle where they kicked off the top of the water bottle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's that picture of the face that he makes at the end. Once he kicks it off.
The explosive diarrhea face?
I guess if you want to call it that. So yeah.
Very, very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
What was his name again?
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Okay. I'm looking up his picture right now. Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Wow. Okay,
All right. Well, we've hit about an hour and 2 minutes.
Woo!
We should probably end this soon.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anything we want to say?
Let's make this the shortest season yet. Come on.
Yay! Episode 2, season finale.
This was the season finale. Okay, now fuck off.
All right. Cool.
I'm not a bad mod, I swear.
You kicked me out of my own chat.
That was almost 2 years ago. I have matured since then, sir. But
hey, hold on. When we knew creators were hired, you immediately kicked Blobs out of the trading chat. Immediately.
I